Yesterday, Will Smith resigned from the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences. He wasn't going to, but then Jada gave him that look.
You know, I trended on Twitter that day. I trended. I wasn't even there. Nothing to do with me. Because people were saying, what would Ricky Gervais have said? What would have happened to Ricky Gervais? Well, nothing. And I said this live. I said nothing would happen to me because I wouldn't have told a joke about his wife's hair. I'd have told a joke about a boyfriend.
I'm going to say some horrible shit up here. I should warn you guys now, but, you know, just don't Will Smith me, you know? Yeah, that was ugly, huh? Holy shit. I think we should change the term from Karen to Jada. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Man, that was wild. Bitch slapped on television. Next year, the Oscars going to be produced by Dana White. Yeah. Even Putin was watching that shit going, geez, a little violent over there, huh? Holy hell. I still think it's weird that, Will Smith was front row and there's no stage. If he was in the fifth row, that'd be a whole different dynamic. You know, if you had to be like, oh, excuse me, hold on, I got to get down there. Yeah? Watch it, Tom Hanks. All right, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Crazy. The whole thing's crazy. I'm just glad, Chris Rock didn't make fun of Alec Baldwin's wife. That could have gotten a little uglier, you know? Yeah. All right. I mean, that shit was crazy. Even Kanye watched it like, oh, man, that guy's lost it. Holy hell. Goddamn. Yeah. Chris Rock deserves the Oscar for acting normal. I got called a homo once at a college gig. I almost killed myself. So, oh, hey, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Hope you didn't Cosby it. All right, thank you.
But that's what's amazing to me is that rage. When you're in rage, that's all the Karens. Will went full Karen.
Yes,
he couldn't control it.
Right.
It's rage, man, and rage is like okay. Let's talk about the feelings, the best feelings in the world. Full rage when you're shaking. You feel like a superhero, and you think, I will fucking rip this wall down.
Yeah.
Being turned on when you're like, oh my God, I'm so turned on, I could fucking, your body's vibrating.
Yeah. Thank God he didn't feel that toward Chris. That would have been even worse.
How great would he be if he just anally raped him on that stage?
Jada would have been like, finally. That's all she wants.
But there was rage. He was drunk with rage.
Yeah.
And who knows what had happened leading up to that? All the stuff leading up to it.
Yeah, they clearly didn't like it. They clearly had tension because you think about what Rickles used to say to Sinatra, the biggest egomaniac ever. He'd say things like, hey, Frank, make yourself at home. Hit someone. And Sinatra would laugh.
Yeah.
So it's all about past relationship, you know?
Well, did you see the 2016 Oscars where Rock trashes Jada?
It's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny, but it's like, oh, okay, so there is some history here.
She was boycotting the Oscars because Will didn't get nominated. And I don't remember the joke. But
the joke was...
He goes, it's not fair. He didn't get nominated. It's also not fair. He got $20 million for Wild Wild West.
And then he
Life's
goes...
not fair.
She goes, he's like, you're not boycotting. You weren't invited. I'm not boycotting Rihanna's panties.
That's an edgy joke for the Oscars.
I know.
That's one you probably can't get away with these days.
No, it was a different time. Just 2016 to now is vastly different.
Jada got mad. Jada says she's not coming. Protesting. I'm like, is she on a TV show? Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
Listen, you might hear some things that you don't like, and you will stay in your fucking seat. I'm not saying that I can fight. I will bite your fucking nose off. I'll bite your tits off. I'll bite your dick and spit it in your mouth. I don't give
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore. I'd announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. You know, that insult is going to last a very long time. If you want to yell from the audience and disapprove or show a disapproval or say something on Twitter or whatever, you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
I support Chris Rock all day. Also, it sucks that I always liked Jada Pinkett. She was great in Nutty Professor as a love interest, and she was great in Big Lebowski as the bowling ball. I always thought she was good. It's a bummer.
You want to hear something funny? I saw a tweet that said it wasn't even Rock's joke. It was one of the writers.
That's so good.
What do you think he's doing backstage?
But after
the writer just like.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
The writer probably thought of way worse jokes about infidelity and was like, let's go with something mild.
Dude, she's wearing a green, like a military green outfit.
Bruh. Yeah.
And is she going to be in G.I. Jane?
No.
They're not making another G.I. Jane?
No. She's not doing this for a role.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean?
No. She's doing it because she has alopecia.
Yes. She's losing her hair.
Yeah, which is apparently a huge deal. I had no idea.
Every person at the Oscars has fake hair.
Every person in this room is losing their hair.
Yeah. Shouts to Keeps.
Yeah.
But no, for real, like if there's one place where you can wear like wigs and fake hair and all that kind of stuff, it's like every girl there probably has extensions.
Yeah, but she wanted to be proud. She wanted to come out and say, yo, this is my hair.
Well, then keep it a buck. Be proud. Yo.
He was doing some weird movie thing. It was like he was getting away with it as if he was living in a fictional movie. Like the idea that you think it's smart while wearing a tuxedo to walk onto a stage in front of the world, like literally the world, one of the biggest award shows on earth, if not the biggest, and smack a comedian for the most mild joke, and then sit there quivering, saying, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. And everybody's just going to sit there in the shit that you just took on the table. You just pulled your pants down and took a shit on the dinner table, and they all have to just sit there and look at that. That's what it's like.
A shit full of peanuts and corn and everything.
It stinks. It's just the whole idea behind it is completely irrational. But what I'm saying is like these people live in this fake world.
Let me tell you about a story so true. We're showing me style and it's all so cool. It's about a garment torn and frayed, getting this threads, the story conveyed. Walking down the streets with holes in my teeth. These ripped things here, part of me you see. It ain't about the brand or the label it holds. It's about the journey, the stories it unfolds. In these ragged clothes, I find my voice. A testament to resilience, my choice. From the streets to the stage, I rock my style. In my tattered shirt, I walk that mile. Ripped and torn, but still I stand in my ragged attire. I command, it's not just fabric, it's a statement I preach. In my threadbare garment, I find my reach. From the barrio to the bar, I make my mark. In my worn out jeans, I leave a spark. And they call it rags, but I call it art. In every stitch and tear, I play my part. It's the struggle of the streets, the hustle so real. In my tattered jacket, I seal the deal. A symbol of defiance against the status quo. My patched up pants, I let it show. It's not about the riches or the wealth I lack. In my faded hoodie, I stay on track. It's the heart of the hustle, the grind each day. In my worn out kicks, I find my way. Ripped and torn, but still I stand. In my ragged attire, I command. It's not just fabric, it's a statement I preach. In my threadbare garment, I find my reach. So here's to the ones with the clothes that tear. In our patched up attire we have, so let the world see our garments worn. For in our rags, our stories are born. In the language of the streets we speak. In our torn up clothes we find our peak.
Of, you know, you're protected by guards, you're driven by limos, you're on the red carpet, you know, like all of it is crazy life. And he's so goddamn famous and so removed from regular discourse and interaction with regular people that he, for whatever reason in his head, acted like he's a character in a movie.